Hi, I'm Steve Zanetti, CEO of the National Shooting Sports Foundation here at the SHOT Show.
Joe Bartozzi, President of the National Shooting Sports Foundation. Welcome to SHOT Show 2019. We're going to take you around and show you some things before the show actually opens up and hopefully give you a flavor for the before and after what the SHOT Show is and what it does.
And let you know what NSSF does for the industry through the SHOT Show, which is an awful lot. So let's get going. All right, so behind us you see our hotel reservations, dinner reservations, all that. We can take all our attendees that come here, and it's about 60,000 people that come to the SHOT Show. They all got to eat, they all got to have a place to stay, they all got to know how to get around the show, and all around the show you have booths like this to help people out to enjoy the SHOT Show experience. We want people to enjoy the SHOT Show because it pays for 80% of everything the NSSF does during the course of the year, whether it's protecting the industry in Washington or putting on things like first shots, safety programs like Project Child Safe, Don't Lie for the Other Guy, helping dealers out securing their inventory. We do a hell of a lot, and the SHOT Show pays for it. So it's really important, and it's a great event, and we really have to make it fun and enjoyable for everybody.
The most important thing for us too is to make sure that the exhibitors, the attendees have a great time. So we've got people throughout the offices, throughout the floor, show floor on the different levels, directing people, showing them where things are, great signage, again, to make sure the show is effective and efficient use of our exhibitors' time and their money. So we take that very seriously. We are constantly collecting data on what is good and what is not so good, and we're constantly making corrections to those things. So it's real-time feedback to our staff to get things taken care of very quickly. So we're very happy with that.
Everything's good, Joe. Come on.
Everything's great.
Okay, so let's get going. So you can see behind us the SHOT Show store. We sell all kinds of merchandise, and pins like this are a big collectible thing. I mean, I've been going to the SHOT Show since '82, and the SHOT Show pin is something that people will steal off your lapel if you're not careful. So the store is one of the places things like that are sold, and all different kinds of SHOT Show merchandise. So let's see, we're getting fenced in over here.
Yep.
So,
but if you look around, you see we've got banners of our sponsors. We can't do a show like this without our great sponsors. We really appreciate their support. They're awesome folks, and if you kind of pan around, you can see throughout here, head down, Mossy Oak, and other folks, that really help to provide the support for the show, and we're happy to display very, very proudly their products.
So let's head down this way. This is toward the main entrance to the show, and along the way you'll see a number of booths, a number of nonprofits, people that come here that we give booth space to help promote things that the industry needs to be successful, whether it's safety related things. There's a first aid booth, there's Radio Row is coming up over here, and that's where all you guys out there, if you're listening to the radios, you get all these interviews that come over throughout the course of the show for 4 days, personalities that you know or have heard of, whether they're executives in the companies or engineers, people involved with the political side of things. These guys all come to Radio Row, and you can hear them live. And some of these podcasts have over 350,000 people watching them. And we're really proud of the fact that we get the word out about what the industry does through the radio, as well as video and things like this. So.
Yeah, so we just entered the main hall to the main exhibit hall here at the SHOT Show, and you can see it looks like controlled chaos. To me, it's always my favorite thing is to see the before and after. So you can see there's crates and there's plastic on the rugs and there's forklifts, and but come Tuesday morning, this is going to look fantastic and it's going to be awesome. So I love seeing the before and after. So yeah, watch your step. It could get a little dangerous around here.
This is the largest gathering of outdoor media in the world. It's the largest outdoor exposition show of our particular industry in the world, even though there's other ones in Europe. It's the biggest event this industry has, and where a lot of new products get introduced every year. And I mean, just the scope of this is unbelievable.
The biggest law enforcement show in the world,
right.
And it'd be the biggest knife show in the world.
That's
if
right.
it were a standalone event.
Mm-hmm.
So it's
yep.
amazing, or cutlery I should say, it's an amazing scope of what we have to offer here at the SHOT Show.
Yeah, we just walked in the beginning of the show floor. It occupies 16 acres. There are over, I think, 1,600 exhibitors that come here. We're on all 3 floors of the building, sometimes up to the 5th floor for their supplier showcase.
And 12.5 miles of aisles that cover the show floor. So if you come here to walk the entire show floor, you're doing a half marathon. So come in and burn some calories while you're here.
This is where we show the world our stuff. This is where we show the breadth of this industry. This is not just some little sporting goods store in somebody's basement. This is a huge industry. It's a big driver of the American economy. We pay for conservation. We pay for all sorts of things, jobs, excise taxes, all of which the SHOT Show is a great way for people to know and understand all that the industry does. It's great. We're very proud of it.
And we love being here in Vegas. You know, the people here are great. Everyone is very welcoming of us in Vegas. We're a big factor in their local economy, which is great for them. But for us, the infrastructure, the climate, everything here is very conducive to having a great SHOT Show. And when we do our surveys after the shows, Vegas always receives very high marks from all the places we've been over the years. I've been to about 5 different venues over my career, but Vegas always gets the higher marks for quality and service and just location.
Yeah, let's take a walk down this one aisle here just to get some flavor of what it looks like. I wish you could all come to this thing, but it's only open to the trade because as it is, it's jam full of people. 64,000 people coming to the show. It's a tough, we have to limit the attendance to people actually in the business of selling or manufacturing firearms and the outdoor media. It's impossible to accommodate all of our friends. We'd love to, but it's just not in the cards. You can see just a tiny bit of the show from where we're walking right now.
And even the use of technology. Look at, we've got, there's large video screens. You're going to hear music coming from the booths, and it's a competing, sound booth to booth. So it makes it a very exciting place to be.
I think we hit a dead end.
Well, as you can see, this is what happens a day and a half before the SHOT Show opens.
Look at that, wow.
So this is really...
Yeah, the exhibitors really put their hearts and souls into making a good show and putting their best foot forward in these booths. So again, you really get a sense of the professionalism of this industry and all that it does for all of you out there. I mean, we want everybody to be successful, and the SHOT Show is the best way to learn how to be in business and how to be successful in the business of selling firearms and ammunition and accessories. This is the place to be. We have all sorts of educational seminars, and maybe you want to tell.
Yeah, I was going to say that starting on Monday, starting tomorrow, they have the SHOT Show University up on the 3rd floor, where we have classes from industry professionals and outside consultants and attorneys on all sorts of topics that are pertinent to the firearms industry, whether it be compliance, safety training, range management, business management. There's a whole host of things. So it's not just about a big gun show. It's about education and training for the employees, for owners, managers, environmental consultants. They can come here and they can learn about how to operate their business more successfully. So that's a really great and frankly kind of the untold story of the SHOT Show. It's a huge educational gathering.
And education on a different level. The people who are fortunate enough to be able to come to the show, when they go to the booths, they can meet the heads of these companies, the designers who design the products that they buy, the engineers that help put them together, the marketers who help sell these things. All these people are there and they want questions. They want people to talk to them and get to know their company and their products better. So it's a great way for the industry to really network with each other. And everyone from the small mom and pop store owners all the way up to the big professional owners, buyers groups, manufacturers, wholesalers, everybody at the show learns something. And I certainly learn a lot every year. We make it a point to walk the show floor. All the executives from NSSF divide up the show floor and we visit every single booth to make sure we understand their needs and their questions, and so we can improve the show every year to make it successful, so they have a good experience and we have a good experience.
The quality of the SHOT Show is the most important thing to us. Making sure that we put on a great show for our customers, right? That are the exhibitors and the attendees. So quality and feedback of that data constantly being done so we can improve every single year. So something that we're real happy about and real proud of, frankly.
And the people in the show really are knowledgeable. So you're not going to see the booth babes, and a lot of you think that you're probably, oh, good for the show, and these great looking girls that are here at the show booths. We don't do that. The women who are here at the show, and every year there's more and more of them, they know what they're doing. They're the real deal. They're genuine. They work in all sorts of positions, from executive positions through engineering staffs, sales and marketing forces. And if you ask someone a question at the booth, male or female, young or old, they know what they're doing, and you can learn a lot. So this is a professional show. This is not just glitz. This is something that we're really proud of.
Where should we head, Steve? What do you think?
Well, just walk down that way. I think we're going to hit the same problem, though, of hit construction. Work in process. How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Okay.
So here's a great example. These folks here are checking the firearms that are here to make sure that they are completely safe and they have no firing pins. Again, what we do stress is safety. Safe handling is hugely important to us, and every single firearm that comes into this building for exhibition is tested 100% to make sure it will not fire. So we can't have, we won't have any accidents, and so our exhibitors, our attendees are all going to be safe and have a great show.
You mind if we take the photographs while you're doing that? Great, okay, well thank you. This is a great example here. They're getting some air guns ready for exhibition. This is also the largest air gun show in the world. And so you see that there's a wide variety here, and all the manufacturers bring out the best that they have. And the optics manufacturers also, they have these blue guns that are on display, which are dummy guns. They're not firearms at all, but a lot of times they have optics mounted on them, so people can pick them up and handle them and see what accessories I might want to buy for their firearms or purchase for their store. Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
So you see is Galco gun leather, loopholed optics, Glock pistols, Brownells, gunsmithing accessories, Spyderco knives. I mean, there's everything around here.
What also
You need a
strikes
map
me-
to get around.
You need a map for sure. You got to pace yourself because it'll burn you out. You know, there's a lot of walking here when you come to a SHOT Show. But what also surprises me is the sophistication and the variety of the booths that our exhibitors have. Some are extraordinarily complicated and with high-tech technology and conference rooms and second-story balconies. Some are much more rustic-looking to get an outdoor feel. But the cool part is actually going through and seeing the different booths and how each company decides to market their products and their services. And that's a lot of fun to see that and that variety.
Right. And on the lower level of the show floor, you'll see a lot of the new ideas, little small 10 by 10 booths, or tables actually, where people who are first-time exhibitors can come into the show when there's room, and unfortunately we have a long waiting list to get into the show. But the people who get in there, you'll learn a lot of the really new and exciting things that the industry will have down the road in the future. Just one example, Johnny Morris, the founder of Bass Pro Shop, he started in his garage. Okay, other people, Cabela's, they started in a little hardware store. Brownells started in Montezuma, Iowa, in a little bitty mom and pop store. All these companies have grown to be industry giants, and within the last 40 years, because this is the 41st SHOT Show, this is the place where the new ideas are found, where the companies start, get their lift from their attendance here at the show, and the industry benefits from all these new ideas that come to fore at the SHOT Show.
Yeah, and as Steve mentioned before, the networking that goes on here, the ability to meet people. You never know when an idea is going to strike or a relationship is going to be formed that fundamentally transforms a business or an industry into something different and new. So these small companies that are here at the SHOT Show, if they get discovered by somebody or they find that right relationship to make a deal with, that could change their world, could change their life forever. So it's really an extraordinary opportunity here to be at SHOT Show, and they recognize that.
Yep.
Companies recognize that.
So the SHOT Show does a lot for everybody in this industry, whether they're small people just getting started or established manufacturers that are giants in the field that want people to understand what they're doing and grow their business even further. The firearms industry supports a growing and vibrant firearms culture in this country. A lot of people on the other side like to think that, well, you know, firearms are disappearing, they're irrelevant, that's not part of culture anymore. The statistics prove them flat wrong on that. More and more people from different demographic groups are coming into this industry, and you see it here at the show. There's more women, there are more younger people, there are more urban and suburban people coming, and it's our challenge as an industry to make sure that we can serve all these people in the best possible way, to be welcoming, to embrace diversity and inclusion, and get these people involved. And you'll see things like a +1 movement that we're starting this year. We're actually having people ask one of their friends, just one, come on, let's go shooting or let's go hunting. And to just doing that, we can double our numbers. Obviously, we'd like if people do more than one, but +1 is a way to get everybody in this industry to get one more person involved. And we have other programs in place to help get people outside and to get the shooting sports more and more publicity, more and more visibility, so people enjoy it. They can understand it's a fun, safe, family and friends activity where they can enjoy together. And it's not just self-defense, although it's a big part of it. And it's not just hunting, although that's just a big part of it. And it's not just target shooting, and that's a big part of it. This industry is all-encompassing, and we welcome people to join us. And the SHOT Show is a great way just to understand how big and how extensive the shooting sports really are.
Excited to be here. Can't wait for it to get started. 2019 SHOT.
Okay.